Hi, my name's Cassandra. I'm in the Intro to Philosophy online class, and today I'm going to be doing a film analysis of the movie Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind. I'm going to use the philosophical theories that we learned about in class and attempt to analyze a few different scenes of the movie and then also go through some objections and give my own personal opinion on what I think was or wasn't demonstrated by the theories and objections. Okay, so in the first scene, we have the character Joel having learned his girlfriend Clementine doesn't know who he is because she had the memory erasing procedure done, and he ultimately decides that he's going to have his memory erased too. So the first theory is John Locke. Now, John Locke argues that what is necessary and sufficient for personal identity is the continuity of consciousness through memory. So essentially, what Locke argues is that what makes you are who you are is your memories, and you're a completely different person if that's interrupted. So that's also to say that that can go from body to body. So like the Freaky Friday example where the mom and the daughter switch, they're the same person because they never stopped remembering who they were, even though they're in completely different bodies. So this scene where both the characters, the main characters in the movie, although they have absolutely, not changed bodies or anything, according to Locke, now they are completely new identities. So now here comes in some objections. The first objection that I'm going to go through is the Reed's inconsistency theory. And Reed saying that Locke's move or argument violates a logical principle, and it could wind up with a contradiction at the end. So he thinks Locke is his argument is not strong. And as well, and the one that I tend to agree with in this situation is the insufficient objection. And that one just kind of says that memories are a substantial part of who we are as our personal identity, but that's not all that we are. That there's more to us than just our memories. We have hopes and dreams and desires and aspirations and all of those things and our own experiences. That's what makes us who we are. So those that see Locke's theory just isn't very strong. It's the insufficiency objection. Okay, so in the next scene, what I found interesting was that Patrick actually stole the things that Joel brought in to help the doctor erase Clementine's memory from him. And so I viewed this as he took on Joel's personal identity because he used the very things that made Clementine fall in love with Joel to his own advantage. And that's ultimately what was happening was Clementine was falling for Patrick, even though really it was because of the intimate things and personal feelings and journal entries that actually belonged to Joel. So in this way, could be viewed as a piece of Locke coming through, that Locke's theory coming through, that um, you know, if somebody has uninterrupted memories, if Patrick steals all of Joel's memories all through their relationship, now technically according to Locke, now he is Joel. But that's wherein I believe the insufficiency objection comes in, that there's just, that just doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem that even though Patrick did this, act or unethical thing by using Joel's basically, using his identity to win over Clementine. I don't agree that Patrick is now Joel. I think he's still Patrick. He's just, you know, taking these memories and using them as own, but I don't agree that that's what makes that completely makes a person's personal identity. And that's kind of leads to the third scene where I chose to analyze was a scene with Mary, the receptionist, her learning about her previous history with Howard, the doctor. Um, and she the whole time had felt a connection to him, and unbeknownst to her, they actually had history. They had been having an affair, and so yeah, I would agree that even if she was had the memories of the affair, that wouldn't have changed the fact that it just seems it's an insufficient objection. So Locke would say that Mary, was a new person. She had a new personal identity, but the objection just seems to outweigh that no, Mary didn't remember the affair, but she was still very much the same identity. She was still Mary. She had memories of before. She had the same job, and she had the same friends and same attitude. And although there was this gap of memory as if she had been sleeping, she just didn't remember that. It didn't mean that she was somehow now a new person. So, in conclusion, I found that the movie demonstrated Locke's argument just wasn't very strong. I think that he has some valid points to his argument, but I think that ultimately the objections outweigh in this film that Locke's theory of personal identity just it doesn't hold up. I think that there is more to people and to the characters of the film than just their memories, and even with losing huge chunks of their lives by having these memories taken away from them, and these people that they loved and everything just taken away, and all the life lessons and emotions that went along with it. I think that ultimately Locke didn't hold up to this one. All right. Thank you very much.